Myself Jyoti Mayekar, and this is the second lecture of Alpha Decay. So let us start with a problem. Polonium 212 alpha particles have kinetic energy of 8.776 million electron volt. Assuming the mass of alpha particle to be 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg, calculate their velocity. Now, the very simple formula which we have to use over here is E equals to half mv square. That is how we calculate the kinetic energy. Only thing which you have to remember while solving this problem is convert the energy from million electron volt to joule first, because mass it is given in kg and we want velocity in meter per second. So that is the only thing which you have to keep in mind. So E is given in 8.776 million electron volt. So conversion factor is 1 million electron volt, that is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 13 joules. So multiply by with that. So equals to half mv square, that gives v square equals to 2e by m. So taking square root of both sides, that is how we get v equals to under root of 2e upon m. Just substitute the values and the answer which you will get, it is approximately of the order of 2 into 10 raised to 7 meter per second. Just try it out. Now let us start with the new topic, that is velocity of alpha particles. Now the method that gives most accurate results for the calculation of velocity and energy of alpha particles depends on the measurement of the deflection of the paths of particles in a magnetic field. So the instrument which we are going to use over here for calculating velocity of alpha particles and in turn energy, that is magnetic spectrograph. So once you know the velocity using the formula E equals to half mv square, you can just calculate the energy. So basically magnetic spectrograph, it is used to calculate velocity, in turn energy of the alpha particles. Now what is the principle which is used over here? Now we know whenever a charged particle moves in a magnetic field, its orbit is a circle and its radius is determined by the relation where we have BQP, that is the magnetic field force, and mv square upon r, which is the centripetal force. We have to balance these two forces. So we will get cancelled on the two sides and we will get r equals to mv upon qb. That is how you can determine the radius of the circular path, where p is the field strength, magnetic field strength, q and m are the charge and mass of the alpha particle, and r is the radius of the orbit. So what we are getting here, v, this is small v, v it is equals to qbr upon m. Once you calculate v on both the sides, now you can write this small v equals to qbr upon m. So the velocity of alpha particle can be determined if the strength of the magnetic field is known and the radius of the orbit is measured, since the value of charge to mass ratio for alpha particles we know. So once you know velocity, you can calculate the kinetic energy using the formula E equals to half mv square. Now this is the magnetic spectrograph which is used for calculating the velocity. So we have this radioactive source which is enclosed in a cavity. Now this cavity, it is having a lucite over here. This is a chamber, you can say, which is made up of lucite material. Here there is a source and there are so many deflecting plates which you can see. Now here we have two groups of alpha particles, A group of alpha particles having same velocity and B group of alpha particles having same velocity. A group and B group will have different velocity, but all the alpha particles which belong to B group or A group, they will have same velocity. So let us see what it is. The alpha particles from radioactive source emerge in a narrow beam through a defining slit. We are using defining slit, and after that we are using different chamber slits. A magnetic field of known strength acting in a direction perpendicular to the plane of the diagram bends the alpha particle through 180-degree semicircular path. The chamber slit helps to reduce the scattering of alpha particles from the top, bottom, walls of the chamber and so on. That is how we are using so many chamber slits. So particles with same velocity have semicircular paths of same radius. They may be detected with a photographic plate or with counters, and the radius of the path can be measured. In figure, paths of two groups of alpha particles were shown, group A and group B. This instrument which is used over here for calculating the velocity of alpha particles, that is called as magnetic spectrograph, and is based on the principle of semiconductor magnetic focusing. Now, the velocity v here is obtained in centimeters per second when b is expressed in Tesla. here there is some mistake. B is expressed in some CGS unit, R in centimeters, Q by M in EMU per gram. When the relativistic, now here when we are assuming that alpha particle it is moving with a velocity which is not comparable with the velocity of light, then we can use the formula V equals to QBR upon M and all. And but when the particle is accelerated in such a way that it acquires a velocity which is comparable with the velocity of light, in that case we will have to replace m by m0 upon root of 1 minus v square by c square, which is a relativistic correction. So here we have just replaced m by m0 upon root of 1 minus v square by c square, so that goes up and we get this formula. And the energy, total energy, we know that total energy it is the sum of rest mass energy and kinetic energy. Rest mass energy it is given by m0 c square plus kinetic energy half mv square. Now here we have applied the relativistic correction. We have replaced m by m0 upon root of 1 minus v square by c square, and obviously half mv square में v also we will replace by c because it has acquired velocity which is comparable with the velocity of light. So that is how we will get this equation. So these are the two equations when the alpha particle will have a velocity comparable with the velocity of light. That is how we will have a relativistic correction in picture. Otherwise, we can simply use the earlier formulas which we have written. Let us take the second problem. PO210 alpha particles having kinetic energy of 5.3 MeV are subjected to a magnetic field strength of 1 Tesla. What is the radius of curvature of their tracks and the charge on alpha particle it is given? Now these kind of numericals are mostly asked in competitive exams. That is how I am taking it. So instead of remembering the formula of R, V, you can simply remember this formula where QVB it is the magnetic field force, mv square by mv square upon r it is the centripetal force. That becomes easy to remember, and then either you can write it in terms of r or in terms of v, whatever you have to calculate. So QVB equals to mv square upon r, cancelling 1v on both sides, we will get r equals to mv by QB. Again here the energy it is given in median electron volt, so you will have to convert it in joules by multiplying it with 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 13 joules. So E is half mv square, so V will be under root of 2E upon m. I have multiplied by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 13 so as to change it to joules. And mass of alpha particles, many a times it is given or at times it may not be given, but we know that alpha particle it is nothing but the helium nucleus with atomic number 2, atomic mass number 4. So mass of helium will be 4 times that of mass of proton. Mass of proton it is 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. So if you know the mass of proton, just multiply that by with 4. If you multiply 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 by 4, you will get approximate this 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 27. So it may happen that the mass and charge of alpha particle may not be given. You have to remember that mass of alpha particle it is 4 times mass of proton. Charge of alpha particle it is 2 times charge of proton. Charge of proton is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So R equals to mv by qb. Substitute all these values and you will get R 0.331 meter, V 1.59 into 10 raised to 7 meter per second. Just check whether you are getting these answers and let me know if you don't. Thank you so much.